Hello, ladies and germs. So I'm back, and I got a couple of good things here to show you guys. I'm pretty fucking excited about it, to be honest with you. I decided to play a number of different games today, and just tried fucking around with OBS and all that fun stuff, because I finally got quite a bit of things moved over from the old PC, and I'm gonna go ahead and show that stuff to you guys. Starting with Cryofear, actually, was the first game on the list. So the first thing that you guys will probably realize here is I'm trying to showcase something odd that happened when I moved the files, which is that for some reason it doesn't show the handgun in my inventory, which is strange. I'm holding it, it's there, it takes up a slot, so it can't be overwritten when I pick things up. It does actually show it's in my inventory later, but it's just not there. And I don't know what that is, so it was a weird bug that happened when I transferred the save files, and I don't really know how to fix it. I'm hoping that I can just pick up another handgun later on and it'll fix the problem, but anyway, yeah. As you guys can see, though, it runs pretty fucking smooth. I don't really know what else to really tell you here, but this is also, like, pre-source engine. So, yeah, I mean, it ran pretty damn smooth even on the old build. But again, remember that it is running off of 1080p right now, 60 frames, all that fun shit, and it's running pretty good. The film grain little, like, filter that you have over it, that's just normal to Cryofear, though, so I haven't really noticed too many weird inconsistencies with the bitrate. I even compared this to another file that was like 2 minutes long and like fucking 8 gigs of file for Cryofear, and that was like damn near lossless video, and it didn't even look that different. So this one I can definitely get away with just using, because I did a couple of different things between either, I think it's CQR and then variable bitrate, which we're going to definitely stick with the variable bitrate, because the former, with damn near lossless, is just, oh my god, you get some massive-ass files off of doing that stuff. I may fuck around with it later on to be able to get some better-looking files for some of these games that you'll see later, but for now, it's fine with VBR. Now, the next game on the list actually might make you guys a little bit chilly at home, and that's not me trying to brag in any way, shape, or form. I'm really not. I just know my fan base, and I know that a lot of you guys are here because of the Library of Ruina and Lobotomy Corporation, and I decided to do something fancy with this one. Other than just the 1920 by 1080p shit, I also wanted to run off of HOD floor and see if I was suffering any performance issues from it. Look at this shit, guys. Look at this shit. I didn't even believe it. It still stutters and such, but again, I just think that that's optimization of the game. But I'm not suffering literally any frame dips from this anymore, which is kind of insanity, to be perfectly honest with you. But yeah, I decided to go up against Gay's Office here, because I still need to go ahead and do some more runs on Gay's Office, and it went pretty damn well. Not gonna lie, guys, that fucking Transient Pierce, or whatever the card's name is, that's the 2-hit, it's like a 6 to 18 attack roll that Oscar has, is overpowered as sin. I love that attack card, and this is also kind of a little bit of a hint from what I was seeing with the cards too, because I forgot what the abnormality cards that we had for HOD floor were and how good they were. I can't wait to start picking up HOD's floor all over again now that we can actually run off of the floor and the game doesn't run like doo-doo. So that'll be fun to get some builds going for HOD. But that's about everything right there. Luckily, we pulled everything that we really needed to on top of it. I just need 2 more of, I believe, Dalek's pages, and then we're done with Gay's Office. I even managed to get another Observe out of it, so that's always good. Next game on the playtesting list, and there's a bit of a story behind this that I'm going to go into here, guys, but there's not really anything I needed to show, honestly, too much involving Starbound anyway, but this was hell in a handbasket to get all of this data back and move it over to the other PC. Some kind of an update or something between my mod files, I'm not sure what. I believe Frackin' Universe had a weird integration with 2 of the mods that I had for it, and I found out the issue and dropped that mod like a bad habit and fixed the problem, but that fucking Starbound completely dropped one of my characters, and I had to remake Just Monica, I had to remake the Literature Club, I had to remake Yuri, because if you guys forgot, I never actually saved Yuri's NPC file in the NPC cloner machine, so I had to remake her and her personality and everything. I think she came out perfectly, though. I think it's pretty much exactly the same character as originally, and I actually saved it this time. But luckily I was able to keep the world data and status, and I found the coordinates, I got everything back here. The only thing that's not there and persistent anymore is the shit that I had inside of my ship, and the bookmarks that I had all across the galaxy, so I'll need to find all of the older areas that I was at before and continue my data. I also need to get all of my shit done that I had done beforehand, because obviously I don't have all of my quests done. But yeah, Starbound is Starbound. Not really anything else to say right there. It didn't really do anything too spectacularly with this this video footage. Following Starbound is going to wind up being Castle Miner Z, and the reason why I picked this and the reason why I picked the order that I did is not just because I was going top-down in Steam, but also because I wanted to do all of my Let's Plays that I still have open right now, that I'll be going back into so that you guys can see what to expect when I start recording, unless I tweak them a little bbit more to be able to get them to look even nicer. But Castle Miner Z honestly was a little disappointing to me. I think the game, there's a couple of them that are like this too. It's just always going to look blurry no matter what I do. I would need to cut into using CQR again, which I may very well do that for this one in particular, just because the episodes are like maybe 20 minutes long anyway for it, so it'll be fine, and I'll just get rid of the episode files afterwards, and it shouldn't be too big and too taxing on the hard drive, but, you know, whatever. But yeah, this one kind of just came out poopy, but it still looks alright. It doesn't look that much better than how it did before, but hey, again, 1080p, always an upstep. I decided to do Gary's mod just for good measure, because this is something for you guys to expect in the near future. This will definitely be a game that me and Ricky wind up playing when we do more collaborations and stuff, and it's a Source Engine game, guys. I don't know what to tell you other than that. I don't know what this weird visual bug is, though, whenever that I died early on, and there's that red box in the top left corner, but that was a thing that happened. And as for the like effects that are on there, I think this just has a natural fog anyway, so it's never going to look that great on this map. But all in all, performance is perfectly fine. Not really anything to expect. Again, Source Engine game, so yeah, if it can run Cryofear, it can definitely run Gary's mod. Nothing more to say here. So now we're going to start actually getting into games that are going to be a little bit more taxing and such on performance, and honestly, I got really good results out of this, but just these are like the three games that I figured if anything is going to run my system down while I'm recording it, it would be these three games. So I decided to go ahead and fuck around, starting with Satisfactory. If you guys are unfamiliar with this game, it basically is a call back to the ye old times of where like survival games were really big, where you start with nothing and you build your way up from the ground up. But the difference is it's like Factorio. It basically centers around building a factory and trying to make the most efficient stuff that you can and automate things so that they're just done by themselves and you don't even really need to do maintenance for it. And that's basically what Satisfactory is. Unfortunately, I don't really have anything cool to show you guys for it. I just decided to do the most, like, stuttery thing that I could imagine, which is just get the map to load while I'm running around in this vehicle right here, and that's really it. It went perfectly. Not really anything that I can say here, so Satisfactory is a go. May wind up fucking around on that in the future. Who knows? Alright, here's one of the big ones right here, ladies and gentlemen. RL Craft on Minecraft. I have had an RL Craft server for a long time, just for a little local thing, and I wanted to get this one going so that I could see what it would look like. At first, it looked like doo-doo, and the frames were absolutely terrible, but I wound up fucking around with things in a second recording session. So, this is the first recording session right here. Things are blurry, things are crappy, it doesn't really run super well. There's usually weird VSync problems anyway with some games, so I figured that that might have been it after I took a look at the footage afterwards, and I'm glad I looked at the footage and went back into it. Then we went into a second run, where I disabled the VSync first. We go through here. It looks pretty decent, still loading up. I get some dips here and there. Eventually I hit like the 40 frames area once I get back to the house and stuff. Then I decided to fuck with a couple more settings. I think the best setting that we wound up getting to when I did this was I lowered my chunk load to 8 chunks. You're not going to need anything like Superstellar anyway for it, but I lowered the loading to 8 chunks. And then I also made it so that the game was officially recognized as in full screen mode as well, and that made everything, like, that just made the world a difference right there. I don't know what that's going to mean for later on down the line if I decide to record Minecraft or not, but bear that one in mind. I decided to put the fucking VSync back on too for full screen, and it looked much better afterwards, so I don't know. I'll have to mess around with it to figure it out, but I may even also need to go into the more lossless audio, video settings, to get a more clearer, because that foliage just looks ugly as sin right there, and just upping the bitrate isn't necessarily going to fix that, so yeah, I don't know, but that was the best that I could wind up getting from Minecraft right there, so. And then here we go on our last game right here, guys. Hilariously enough, this is the entire reasoning why I wanted to really push for the build that I have right now, the SSD and everything else, and just go state-of-the-art as I could. It's really not state-of-the-art, but it is for me. And let me tell you guys, this made me very happy to see the result of this one, Escape from Tarkov. This game, if anything is going to happen here, it would fucking happen on Escape from Tarkov, 100%. This game is not the most well-optimized thing on the planet. It doesn't really say that much that I'm able to do this in an offline run on Factory versus the other things that are taxing in Tarkov, but the fact that it looks as good as it does, as clean as it does in Tarkov while recording it in 1080 is already, that's enough right there for me. So this fucking came out fantastically, and I actually got a pretty decent firefight towards the end here, so that's probably what's been going on right here, depending on whether or not that I did the fade over to it, though. But I decided to just fuck off with a random weapon that I had, and yeah, I can't wait, honestly, to get back into Tarkov, too, because that was one of the main fucking things that I was excited for, was the fact that I could load into raids in like a minute flat now, which is beautiful. And there's a new patch right now, so it's pretty early towards the beginning of the wipe versus the usual times that I get into this game, so yeah, it'll be a grand old time. But anyways, that's going to wrap up the video here, ladies and gentlemen. I got some other editing that I got to do for this, and I got to make sure that I get my PNG files over here so I can put my RPG Fox in the image, especially here at this ending part. I apologize if you don't particularly enjoy the microphone audio that is going on at the present moment. I am recording from a corner of the room right now. I'm actually in my sister's old room. Here's the picture right here, but oh my god, there's so much space versus before. Look at how cute the desk is and everything right there. I got my Miku figurines and everything. You can't see it, but Miku is also the wallpaper because absolutely, why wouldn't I put a third fucking Hatsune Miku in here? But this is my new station where I'll be doing things, guys, and I'm back to using the blue snowball, hilariously enough, just because I like the noise cancellation so much more. But the problem is you're hearing the acoustic of my voice bouncing off of the walls right now, and I would need to do this and get the snowball closer to my face so that I don't have to yell as much for it to sound significantly better. So this is really the best that I can do, is just have it on the table right now, and you guys are just going to hear that acoustic while it bounces off of the walls. I'll need to figure some other things out. Might just move my Yeti in here and just set that one up. I have to do some more testing for audio. I don't think it sounds awful, but I also don't particularly like it, and I want to fix it and figure it out sometime soon. So I'll be working on a momentary fix so that we can get something that sounds better than what it is presently with the shit on the table. I'm still holding the snowball, yes. But, like, yeah, you're just gonna have to bear with me until I figure that one out, and I can't wait to get back into fucking doing some more shit, ladies and gentlemen. So, I will see you later, and take it easy.